The weather's getting colder, and that means curling season is coming, and that makes Shane Ray a very happy man. Shane Ray, the executive director of Curl Manitoba, joins me. And Shane, 125 years for the Manitoba Curling Association / Curl Manitoba. It's an exciting year full of history and tradition, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? It's going to be a great year as we go along. We do have the 125th anniversary of the Bonspiel coming up in January. It's going to be an exciting time with a lot of real fun things going on, and then we're going to culminate our 125th year with the trials. The Olympic trials, or the Canadian curling trials, are coming to Manitoba in December, and really looking forward to that. It's going to be an outstanding competition, really probably the best competition in the world. It will happen at the MTS Centre in Manitoba. Curling fans will be here and available to see it.
And tickets go on sale for that event in November, so stay tuned to the Curl Manitoba website. That's going to be a place that you can find out exactly how to get all that information. We can also talk about some of the programs, one of them in particular, the Road Show. Obviously with Gunlickson going out to BC, we've got Caitlin Laws joining Reed Carruthers, and they're going to be going all over the province.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we had a lot of fun with the Road Show last year, sent them out to your neck of the woods in Gilbert Plains, and we're going to Grandview this year, so people back there will be excited. It's a great program. It allows us to take, a world champion in Reed, and I'd like to consider Caitlin for everything she's done, a Canadian champion, world silver medalist, out into the rural communities, a chance for those people to meet those individuals, and they don't have that chance a lot, and a chance for both kids and adults to be taught by world champions. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? So we're excited by that. We're expanding the program, adding a few more dates to it, going to expand it after Christmas, where last year we just did it before Christmas. So it's exciting. It's a great program, and we're excited to be able to carry it forward again this year.
And one other thing that kind of came out of the press conference today is that there's a little bit of a change in rules and policies that all comes from the annual general meeting. One of the things that I guess as Curl Manitoba you weren't particularly happy with was some of the acts of the curlers on the ice, the broom tossing and all that. That's all going to be taken care of this year. It was something that obviously didn't look good on the sport in your guys' eyes.
No, you want to know what? And I think as the sport has gotten more competitive, it's obviously there's a little more on the line, and the athletes themselves feel more pressure. And when that happens, I can respect that sometimes, a toss of the broom or an inappropriate word is going to slip out. But I think, had they been infrequent occurrences, we might not have been as worried about it, but it seems to get a little more frequent. And probably one of the most discouraging things is in a couple times in the past couple of years we've seen athletes treat our volunteers with disrespect, and frankly that's just unacceptable. Any organization would say that. I mean, volunteers are the backbone of this sport, the backbone really of any sport, and to have them treated that way is again absolutely unacceptable. So for sure what's going to happen is if we have athletes acting out in an inappropriate manner, our officials are now have now been given the right to eject them immediately from a game, and the team will have to continue on with either 3 players, or if they've named a 5th, they'll be able to bring in their 4th player and continue on with 4th. But like anything, when you bring in a spare, they maybe always don't have that skill level. So hopefully it'll make those people think twice before they act.
And you talk about volunteers being the backbone of curling in the province, and big events like the Roar of the Rings. Over 800 volunteers are going to be needed for that. Curl Manitoba is going to be one of the great ways to kind of get involved with that, or where can people go?
Yeah, you want to know what? It's the interesting thing when this event, when it was announced that Winnipeg had it almost a year ago now, we've already got 300 people have called us and emailed us and said we want to get involved. So we have no worries that Winnipeg is going to be able to step up, and Manitoba really is going to be able to step up and provide us with 800 volunteers. But if people are interested, they can definitely go to our website at curlmanitoba.org. There's a place on there for information about the trials, and they can provide us with their names, some contact information, and kind of the areas that they're interested in. We'll be doing official calls sometime in November for volunteers, and then we'll be asking them to go to a website with a lot more detailed information that will require to be able to set them up with appropriate volunteering opportunities.
So if you want to be a part of Roar of the Rings or any of the events that are coming up on the Curl Manitoba calendar, curlmanitoba.org is the place to go to find out all of that information, because hey, as they say, you got to be there. For Shaw TV, I'm Mitchell Clinton.